Okay, so this is the last video I got for the NFC North, and it's the Minnesota Vikings. So they just fired Mike Zimmer. Now, let me see what Mike Zimmer's record was. Mike Zimmer's regular season record was 72-56. So in the last 2 years, he's finished 7-9, 8-9. So what, 15-18? And they let him walk. So Mike Zimmer is gone. 74-59 in his team, with the team 2-3 in the playoffs in 8 seasons. Daniil Hunter missed. Oh, that was 2 years ago. So I'm not gonna count that. So they brought him Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell got a ring already, so he's already doing better than Mike Zimmer. He was the OC for the Rams in this past Super Bowl, but I don't know how much he played a hand in offense, seeing as how Sean McVay is that dude. So that's that. But this is the new guy. He is the head coach now. He was the Redskins coordinator. Wow. Redskins coordinator. So he's an offensive guy. I give him credit for that. I don't know what special projects means, but he's an offensive guy. What did we learn about Kevin O'Connell's offense versus Vegas? Don't know. But moving on. These are the people that they lost this year. Anthony Barr, Michael Pierce, and D.D. Westbrook and Tyler Conklin was the only ones that really stuck out to me, and Xavier Woods. The rest of these guys just don't have teams, so they're just chilling. I didn't know Wayne Gallman was still in the league, so it seemed like that might be it for him. Or he might just be a backup somewhere. 1 year, $35 million deal is crazy to me. That puts him under contract through 2023 and reduces his cap number by almost $14 million. I do not like Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. He's the most average quarterback in the league. Like, I think his record is really like average. In his career, show me his record. In his career, he's 59-59-2. Average. And he's getting paid $39 million. $35 million, excuse me. He had 4,200 passing yards. So, and people will be like, well, it's a team game. I'm just like, what does Kirk Cousins bring to the table that elevates the team? Because if he was to go through, like, the games, like, there's a couple games where he played great. Yeah, like the Cincinnati game. He played pretty good. Played good. I mean, Seattle, so they suck. He sucked versus Cleveland. He plays great versus bad teams. He played great versus Carolina. And then he played Dallas. Then he played Baltimore. I keep calling them San Diego and Vegas. The Chargers' defense sucks. They beat Green Bay shockingly. But San Francisco, average. Played great versus Detroit. But that defense was pretty bad last year. Played decent versus Pittsburgh and won. 87 yards in total versus Chicago. Decent. Pretty good. And then I don't think he played. And then 250. So, I don't know. I just never thought he was above average. And his record speaks for it. So, Kirk Cousins did not bring anything to the table that elevates the team. And it's been like that just about on every team that he does. Because, I don't know. I'm going to stop. I just don't think that Kirk Cousins is that good. But that's that. Got a $35 million deal. Albert Wilson's still in the league. I didn't know that. So he got his money. Harrison Phillips got his money. Jordan Hicks got his money. Zadarius Smith from Green Bay. We just talked about him. Patrick Peterson signed a 1-year deal. So at most, he probably going to get paid like $5 million. They revamped the special teams and They brought in Chan and Sullivan. So that was really about it as far as additions and subtractions. This season, I really hope that we smack the skin off their head. I really do. Or they come to us. So Philly, I need y'all to smack the skin off Kirk Cousins' head. Then they have a London game in week 4. They got a London game. They have the Thursday night game versus New England. Okay. Indianapolis to be determined. Oh, that's when they start flexing times. So this team could easily win like 12, 13 games. It doesn't matter of them actually doing it. Like, for the last couple of years, you've been able to say, like, okay, they can win, like, 11 to 12 games. They just haven't done it. And I'm not going to say, like, oh, well, they could. It's Green Bay's fault. Like, no. They're going to play relatively the same schedule. So, I don't know. Yeah, 187 yards in OT. An OT game is bad. But, as my man Barry on Twitter says about Kirk Cousins, like on an average 1 o'clock game that you don't care about, that's when Kirk Cousins balls out. Let me see if I can find it. Barry McCockiner, yes. Famous woman respecters, yes. Hold on. Let me see. It is over. Shut your mouth. Come on. Not joining the Marines. Let's go. Few the proud of the Marines. We get it. Pluto TV. Yep. Thank you. Famous lead blower. I'm sorry if you can hear my computer in the background. It does that from time to time. I apologize. Here we go.
Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins. Kirk will always put up elite stats and end with a mediocre record. How much of this is him being a legendary stat pattern and how much of it is just bad luck? I think it's a mix of both. Regardless, nobody is afraid of Kirk, and that reflects poorly on him, fair or not. But he's still an objectively good quarterback. Verdict, properly rated. New England Patriots.
Yeah, so that's a great analysis. Like he plays
triggering every end.
Hold on. Atlanta. So he probably gonna be towards the end. Here we go.
Years every decade when they lose in the NFC Championship game, either in devastating fashion like 1998 or 2009, or by getting the ever-loving shit kicked out of them like 2000 or 2017. The other 8 to 9 years were spent floating around in mediocrity with a few awful seasons sprinkled in. By the way, the Vikings have lost 4 Super Bowls in addition to all these conference championship game losses. Anyway, your quarterback is plexiglass-loving nutjob Kirk Cousins, who has great stats, yet you would never trust him in a big game. Outside of New Orleans in 2019, of course, since every quarterback has had their hallmark moment against Breeze's Saints. Cousins typically destroys bad teams, so you will never be terrible with him, but his ceiling is low. Justin Jefferson is going to be a stud, sure, but the value of great wide receivers has always been overstated. Adrian Peterson is the best player you've had over the last 50.
So that was a great analysis. You'd never hear me go to First Take for something like that. And he's a fan of Kirk Cousins. He liked Kirk Cousins. That's how he described him. So Kirk Cousins is that. So I don't know. They going to Buffalo. So at 1 o'clock. So he might ball out there. I'm not gonna lie. They got Detroit. They got New York. They got Indianapolis. So we'll see. Last year, we talked about last year. They draft picks. They had one of the weirdest drafts. They traded back. They was at like, what was their original pick? Excuse me. So they originally had 12. Traded back from 12 to 32, but didn't get capital for it. Like they just traded back. Like when you trade back, you're supposed to get capital for it. They didn't get that much capital. It didn't make much sense. But Sky Moore from Western Michigan, he's still up north. Andrew Booth. Oh no, I'm sorry. That is the mock draft. I'm sorry. They got Lewis Seen Yeah, they traded back, so they went 32, and they got 2 second-round picks. So they didn't get a whole lot of capital. But, yeah, Lewis Cine, they got Andrew Booth, so they upgraded that secondary. Ty Chandler, they got a running back. Jalen Naylor, I'm not sure. A lot of these other guys, I don't know. But these two right here, they definitely upgraded their secondary with that. So now, like, looking in the future, it'll be, okay, is Kirk Cousins that guy? Because I'm pretty sure this year is supposed to hold him off until it's time to draft another quarterback. So, well, we going to see. Kirk Cousins. Enjoy it while it lasts. He talking about if he get COVID, he dies. If he dies, he dies. Like, bro, it's not that deep. People are really choosing to die over getting the vaccine, which makes no sense. Because you only get one go around. So, you better take what you can get. So, that all being said, and the hospital took away his sponsorship because he didn't get vaccinated. But that is all I got to say about Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings and Mike Zimmer and friends. But I want to say thank you for watching. I'm probably going to record again. I need to take me a little bit of a break. I've done 5 videos in about an hour, in 2 hours. So I need to take me a break. So I want to say thank you for watching. I love you. Bye.